let me share something before the exam. So usually I will try to have enough sleep because it makes me more concentrated.
Yeah, the day before the exam for me is usually just it's like a revision day, but it's also a day where I'm off like all social media. So that's just like a personal ritual of mine. I find that so social media, like videos, TV, stuff like that, anything like this, just personally, any pictures just tend to kind of distract me from the content that I've learned and just like kind of make me forget a lot of the concepts for some reason. I don't know if it's just me, but so I just go like full eraser on all social media, and so I'll spend the day revising, and in like my free time I'll do something that's still engaging the mind. So I'll play an instrument, I'll play the guitar, or I'll listen to music, or I'll do like a crossword puzzle, something like that that's still keeping my mind engaged while I'm still like while I'm relaxing. So those like that's like my day before ritual. And yeah, get like Bok said, getting to bed early, that's like one thing I try to make sure I do the day before exam. Getting to bed on time, not staying up late, and just getting like a good like 7 hours of sleep at least.
Yeah, something else I also like to do, especially in this era and in this year of taking exams from home, is actually just to clean up my study space and make sure that any loose leaflets are out of the way. If it in my instance, I've done mostly open book exams, so which means that all my notes and everything I need to refer to is on my table. But if you do have a proctored exam, which means it's closed book, you have to make sure that your environment is clean so that you make sure that you pass all the requirements of the exam. Something else that I also like to do, not only the day before the exam, but maybe the week before, is just to get used to like being awake and studying and using my brain and applying a certain subject in that time block. For example, if you do have like a 2-hour exam, you're used to having undivided attention on a certain topic, so that when you're doing it, when you're doing the exam, that's not the first time you're doing it.
Don't stress too much. Maybe like half an hour before your exam, because sometimes when you're looking at the clock, you are producing your own anxiety. So what I tend to do is I'll just relax, read a book or listen to music half an hour before to make sure I'm in the right mindset. And I wouldn't be looking at my notes as well, because I don't want to do last minute cramming or just panic if I found something new in my notes that I haven't covered. So that's what I usually do.
It's very important to wear something comfortable, not something too tight.
I found that when I was doing my exams in winter, it was really cold. So I like to have my blanket like on my legs because they can't capture that. And then just do the exam comfortably and warm as well, because you don't, as opposed to if you were doing it in the exam hall, you would probably be like half freezing. You can do it comfortably in your own home.
For tips during the exam, I think I have 2 tips. The first one is to plan your answer and think things through. The second one is when you're typing, read through your answers, but don't seek perfection in a time slot. If it's a 2-hour exam, markers are going to know that you're going to be writing it in 2 hours. They're not going to expect a thesis or a book chapter. It's just going to be what you write down. And most of the time, think of it when you're writing an exam, like Adi said, you don't really read through your whole paper for grammar at the end of your paper. You just read through for clarity, to make sure that you've answered all the parts of the questions, and maybe for just formatting.
Yeah, actually, for me, last semester during one of my exams, it was a short release 2-hour duration exam, which I had to submit it back online in 2 hours. So I think halfway in, or maybe not even halfway, maybe in 15 minutes, and my laptop rebooted, and it took like about 5 to 6 minutes to reboot, and probably just 5 minutes wasn't that long, but in 2-hour exam period where every second counts, and just that pressure of taking an exam, that just all of that just adds to all like your panic and just anxiety during that exam period. So I ended up I don't even think I finished. I ended up leaving a bit of the paper out, and I sent a special consideration application for that, and I ended up getting a retest. So yeah, I think it was already mentioned sometime in our conversations that special consideration is something that you should take use of, because it's something that the university does listen to the problems you have. So that was my experience last semester. So even though I was filled with panic at that moment, I was like smart enough to just go and put on a special consideration application. I was able to get it approved. So, and that really helped me out.